Yo, so I did a video, right? I did two videos, right? So the first video, it didn't get that much pull, you know what I'm saying? That much traffic. I forgot what the name it was. I think it was like people still wearing Timbs or something like that, right? And then I did a second joint like just recently, like a couple months ago, right? And I said it's 2020 and dudes are still wearing Air Force Ones and Timberlands. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section or the description of this video, right? When I tell you New Yorkers got at me, yo, let me tell you something. I'm shook, yo. I think like when I go back and visit New York and I get, I go to LaGuardia, JFK, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't do no Amtrak, I don't do none of that Greyhound, none of that stuff. I don't do none of that. I fly, right? I think the next time I go and I'm coming out of the airport, it's gonna be a bunch of dudes with rusty box cutters and Timberlands waiting to start me out and slice my face up. What you say, son? Yo, let me tell you something. I didn't know that like Northerners was just that passionate about Timberlands. But I should have known, because in the 90s, Timberland said, we don't want black people wearing our shoes. And we still wore them. Matter of fact, we bought more. That was our mentality. See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you young people something. Whenever you see a older dude, or you call us old heads, whenever you see an old head telling you, you know what I'm saying, yo, you need to do this and you need to do that and this and that and so forth, telling you the right stuff, is cool. But please let him bring up his past. Because let me tell you something, we was just as ignorant as you all are. I'm just being straight up real. Now, we ain't go too far. You understand? Like, we ain't like Lil Uzi Vert putting diamonds in the middle of our head. And I seen a meme. They were like, Thanos is gonna grab that out of his skull. Like they did the dude in the Avengers. I forgot his name. The green dude. I wasn't too much of an Avenger fan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't read the comic books. I was interested in the Infinity War, because it's not Infinity Game, it was Infinity War. And it was way more people that were superheroes that was involved in that war. Like, it was X-Men, it was everybody in there, right? Anyway, that's another subject. But at the end of the day, we were still ignorant. Like, it was a couple of people that told us that we don't want you wearing our shit. Timberland said it. Tommy Hilfiger said it. And whatchamacallit, I forgot what liquor it was that told us, Cristal, I think it was, that said that they don't want us drinking, they don't want us drinking their liquor, wine, or whatever it is. So it's like to hear this and y'all still have the same type of sentiment, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just, like, I could just imagine like Christmas time. It's just like a bunch of boxes around and everybody got Timberlands. The grandmother got Timberlands, the mom got Timbs, the sister got Timbs, the father got Timbs, the brother got Timbs. Everybody just got Timbs all under the Christmas tree. And let me tell you something. This dude did bring up one valid point, and I gotta give that to you. I don't know your name, I just read the comment. I briefly went over the comments, because there's a lot of comments on that video, right? And definitely they're praising Timberlands and Air Force Ones. I'm gonna get on Air Force Ones too, because Air Force Ones they feel like Frankenstein boots. Anyway, but he said something that made sense, right? I used to live in New York. I'm born in New York. You could call me a New Yorker. You understand? But at the same time, I've lived in the South enough to the point where I've been here long enough to say that this is my home. You understand? But I always will say that New York is my home. I had a key to my father's house. So when I would go visit, I had a key to my father's house. I lost it, of course, but I used to have a key to my father's house. So I have two homes. I have a home in the South, and I have a home when I go to New York. Half of my family is still up there, right? But anyway, he brought up a valid point. When I used to live in New York, I did the same thing. The winters are atrocious. And to be real with you, that Timberland boot, the water resistant ones, are definitely a go-to shoe when it's snowing outside and the snow is 6 feet deep. So I gotta give that to you. I truly understand why New Yorkers are, not just New Yorkers, but Northerners, period. You gotta factor in Philly and Newark or New Jersey. You understand? New York, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? So I truly understand that part. But I'm going to say something else, and it may contradict what I just said to you, according to you, but it doesn't to me. I get that part. But when it's 98.8 outside, and you're living in Brooklyn where there's no trees, wherever there's a tree, they got a gate around it because somebody might uproot the tree and just throw it somewhere. I don't think it's the time to be wearing Timbs. I just don't. And it just bugs me out. I think I said this in one video. Like people got on me because I said in the summertime I wear flip-flops, right? Dig it, because I'm a smart person. You can't say certain things to me or be sarcastic and don't think that I'm not gonna respond, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, so all of y'all got street cred, right? A lot of y'all been to jail, and I know some of y'all are gonna already know where I'm coming from. A lot of y'all been to jail, right? Let me ask you a question. For most of you all that have been to jail, did you wear your regular sneakers or did they give you socks and flip-flops? Huh? I know, I've been to jail. And that's the first thing that they gave us. We took off our civilian clothes and we had to wear orange jumpers, an orange t-shirt, white boxes, orange socks, and orange flip-flops. So it's okay for you to do time, right? For you to do 7 years. I'm not wearing my flip-flops straight throughout the year. I'm putting them up when it gets cold, right? But it's okay for you to have wore flip-flops for 7 years and get out and talk that bullshit. And some of y'all have done a longer stretch than that. But it's okay for you to do a bid 10, 20 years, right? And wear flip-flops straight for 10, 20 years, but it's not okay for me to wear flip-flops in the summer. That don't make sense to me, man. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic, and I'm no tough guy, none of that. My thing is, I'm a logical person. I'm a thinker. And at the end of the day, I meant no disrespect or no harm when it came to me talking about the Timberlands or the Air Force Ones. My point in making is that I just want my black people to be comfortable. And to me, in my opinion, the two most important things that's on your body, and if you mess that up, it's a wrap, are your feet and your back. They'll tell you that. The doctors will tell you that. Especially a bad back. It ain't no coming back from that. You can lose your arm or one of your legs, but your back is a wrap. And the only point that I was making as far as dealing with, wearing those shoes, they wear and tear on your feet. I know I used to have to take like those you could buy those single soles, those rubber the spongy joints. I had to put buy like 3 or 4. I had to layer them inside the Timberland. So I got personal experience, man. I stopped wearing Timbs like just recently, a couple years ago. It just got to the point where I was like, yo, man, these joints is mad heavy, for one. And for two, they really uncomfortable. They really are. They really are. Unless you're getting like the most expensive one. I forgot it's one that's leather, and then there's another one that's the same thing, but it's not leather. And they're two different Timberland boots. You understand? One is a little bit more expensive than the other. But you're still gonna have to pad them up. And let's not talk about Air Force Ones. Those joints are like Frankenstein boots. I had a pair. I wore them joints one day and I gave them away. My thing is this: I can't wear soles that are this thick. I can't. You understand? So I did the video and I was talking about Timbs and I gave you all a solution. I wear Fair Shikis. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Vibrams, the 5-finger toe shoes. I wear those a lot. You understand? And when I'm not wearing those, I wear Sauconys. I wish I had a pair around here, but I had to go upstairs to get them or whatever. But I wear Sauconys, and the sole of the shoe is like that thick. Like I want my feet to breathe. I don't want my toes to be uncomfortable or my foot to be uncomfortable. And that's the only thing that I was saying. Like, come on, some of y'all are walking around here and your toes, your feet are busted. I've said this in a video before. Like, we all demand, because a lot of men have a foot fetish. So we all demand that our women go out there and get their manicure and, you know, their feet done and all the rest of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You want your woman to have some beautiful nails. You want your woman to have some beautiful feet, but yours are not. A lot of men just got dirt under their nails. They don't get manicures because they think it's gay or whatever have you, and they don't get their feet done. And next thing you know, they got an ingrown toenail, an extra piece of dead skin that's on your big toe, just looking all nasty. And part of the reason why it's looking like that is because of these shoes that we're wearing. And I just wanted to bring it to people's attention because I just really don't think people truly understand that this is a construction boot made for construction work. That's what it's made for. And I'm not siding with the people that are at Timberland. I'm not siding with them when they said what they said in the 90s, but I understood why they said it. Now I do, not when I was younger. It's a whole marketing and branding thing. Like, I don't want to say it, but this is the way they think about black people. When black people buy something, it devalues the brand. Like, take for example this. Could you imagine, and I'm not telling you that that's right, that's the right way to think. I'm just telling you that this is how they think. Brands, that is. That's not just exclusively Timberland. That's Timberland, Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and the likes, right? So take for example this. Have you ever seen a homeless person with a Balenciaga shirt on? No, you haven't. And you never will. Because if you see that, other people are going to see that and they're going to be like, man, I ain't wearing that because a bum could afford that. Have you ever seen Jordans in Walmart? And that's the point that I'm making to you. It devalues the brand, the brand. And personally, Timberland is saying we make enough money to the point where we can say we don't need these people buying our stuff. Now, of course, they've become more diverse, you know, because they started doing the research and, you know, black people spending such and such amount trillion per year. It's like, oh, no. We want a piece of that. We're going to start putting out black, you know, marketing to black people. And we're going to get in with the rappers. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's all about the money. It's not about the culture. Nobody cares about black people. What white corporations and businesses do is they exploit the culture and they make it seem like they're hip and they cool, but they're not. They actually want to make money off of us, and that's it. That plain and simple. You got to understand this, man. Straight up. We're all consumers, and to a certain extent, we're all slaves. But at the end of the day, just because you're a slave, I'm not going to say you're a slave because slave means Slavics, and we're not Slavics. So we're all, how can I say it? We're all, like, we all have to deal with this capitalistic society. You understand? But we could play it smart, man. We could play it smart. And what I mean by playing it smart is just to choose your brands wisely. That's all I'm saying. And it's to the point where, like, yo, man, black people, we get a kick out of being consumers, and I just don't understand that. We'll market, support, and advertise a brand such as your Timberlands and your Air Force Ones or whatever for free. Yo, I stopped wearing big brand names on my shirt because that's free marketing for these businesses. I remember when I was younger, I used to wear, like, you know, Tommy Hilfiger, and it'd be all across my shirt for everybody to see. I was a walking billboard, and some people still are. I didn't know anything about Balenciaga, the brand. I didn't know nothing about it until a rapper started rapping about it, and then I started doing research. I wish somebody, I'm an author, I'm coming out with a book called Love in Apocalyptic Times. It's coming soon, right? I wish a rapper would rap about my book or have a picture of me on his shirt saying Langston 2092 is an author. I wish I can get that free publicity or free marketing and advertising that the rappers do willingly. They willingly, nobody asks them to do it. Nobody asks them to do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, there are some instances where they do videos and stuff like that, and they have product placement. There's a lot of product placement going on in certain videos, but most of these rappers don't even get paid for that. They don't. The corporation says, hey, you got to put in, let's say, I've seen a lot of product placement and a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying? Down to the neo souls. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, yo, you singing and you rapping. I got to put this Hennessy bottle right here, and we're going to get a shot at it real quick. Boom. That's product placement. But all I'm trying to do is just, wake up the ones that sleep and get y'all to understand that y'all are being played. And at the end of the day, we need to stop being consumers. Let me tell you something. A black person could come out with a boot, could come out with some Air Force Ones that's not identical to that, because that's an idea that's already been taken. But we are innovators and inventors. We need to create our own. So at the end of the day, yeah, man, just wear your boots, but make sure you look at all that money you just spent. Why couldn't you and your mans come together and create a boot? I'm just trying to understand. Straight up. So, it wasn't no ill intention, when I did the video about Timberlands and Air Force Ones. It was just, to inform you all. And it was about the culture, it's about the people, Other than that, man, I'm gonna end it. In conclusion, you wear what you want to wear, because I've heard people say that in the comment section of the video that I did, about Timberlands and Air Force Ones. You wear what you want to wear. I can't dictate or tell you what to wear, what not to wear. The only thing I could tell you is, hey, listen, take care of your feet, man. That's it. I'm out. My name is Langston 2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.